Ferrari just built an SUV and named it after one of the most legendary cars in history. Yeah, you heard that right. The 2027 Ferrari Dino 246 GT SUV is real. And the moment those first images dropped, the entire automotive world stopped what it was doing. Because this is not just another luxury SUV. This is not Ferrari playing it safe. This is Ferrari taking one of the most emotional, most beloved nameplates in their entire history, the Dino, and strapping it onto a high-riding four-door, family-capable machine that somehow still looks like it belongs on a race track in the Italian countryside. And people are losing their minds over it. Now, before we get into everything, the design, the powertrain, the price, what this means for Ferrari's future, I need you to do one thing. Hit that subscribe button right now, because we cover the biggest automotive stories before anyone else. And trust me, you do not want to miss what's coming next. Okay, let's talk about why this reveal is actually a massive deal. The original Dino 246 GT. If you know your Ferrari history, you already have chills right now. Produced from 1969 to 1974, the Dino was Ferrari's smaller, more accessible sports car. It was named after Enzo Ferrari's son, Alfredo, nicknamed Dino, who tragically passed away in 1956. That car carried more emotion than almost anything Ferrari has ever built. It wasn't just fast. It was personal. It was a tribute. It was soul in metal form. For decades, Ferrari fans have said the Dino name was too sacred to touch. Ferrari apparently disagreed. And here's the thing. After seeing what they've done with this SUV, it's really hard to argue with them. The 2027 Dino 246 GT SUV takes the classic proportions of the original coupe and somehow translates them into a four-door, raised ride-height body that still flows beautifully from front to rear. The long hood is there. The sweeping roofline is there. The curvature along the sides that made the original so timeless. It's all there. Ferrari's design team didn't just slap the Dino name on a random SUV body. They actually studied the original. They respected the original, and then they evolved it into something that fits 2027. From the front, you get those signature Ferrari headlights, narrow and aggressive, flanking a front fascia that's lower and more aerodynamically sculpted than anything we've seen on a Ferrari SUV before. And yes, before you ask, this is a Ferrari SUV done completely differently than the Puro Sangue, so we talked about the design. Now let's get into what's actually underneath this thing, because this is where Ferrari really swings for the fences. The 2027 Ferrari Dino 246 GT SUV is built on a completely new platform. Ferrari is calling it the Dino architecture, and it was designed from the ground up specifically for this vehicle. This is not a modified Puro Sangue platform. This is not a carryover chassis from anything else in the lineup. Ferrari started with a blank sheet of paper, and what they came up with is genuinely impressive. At the heart of this SUV sits a twin-turbocharged 3.0-liter V6 engine. And before you say anything, yes, a V6 in a Ferrari. But here's why that actually makes perfect sense. The original Dino 246 GT was powered by a 2.4-liter V6. That engine was the entire identity of that car. So Ferrari bringing back a V6 for the new Dino isn't a cost-cutting move. It's a deliberate, deeply intentional nod to where the Dino name came from. They're honoring the bloodline. But this is not your grandfather's V6. This twin-turbo unit produces 720 horsepower on its own. And when you factor in the hybrid electric motor system that Ferrari has integrated into both axles, total system output climbs to just over 900 horsepower. 0 to 60 miles per hour happens in 2.7 seconds in an SUV. Let that sink in for a moment. Top speed is electronically limited to 205 miles per hour, which again, SUV. Ferrari has also engineered a fully variable torque vectoring system across all four wheels, meaning this thing corners with a precision that genuinely challenges what your brain expects from a vehicle this size. The active suspension system reads the road surface 500 times per second and adjusts in real time. You can put this SUV in comfort mode for a long highway cruise, or flip it into race mode, and the whole character of the vehicle transforms completely. Inside, Ferrari has gone in a direction that's far more driver-focused than the Puro Sangue. The center console rises up and angles toward the driver. The steering wheel is a proper Ferrari steering wheel, not a tablet on a stick. The digital display layout is clean and purposeful. There are 4 full seats, all of them wrapped in premium leather with Dino-specific stitching detail, and rear passengers actually have real legroom this time. Cargo space is there, it's not massive. But Ferrari never promised you a minivan. They promised you something that makes your heart race every single time you start the engine. And based on everything we're seeing, they delivered. So you've seen the design, you've heard the numbers. Now let's talk about the part that everyone actually wants to know. What does this thing cost? Who's getting one? And what does this mean for Ferrari going forward? Let's start with price. Ferrari has officially confirmed the 2027 Dino 246 GT SUV will start at $387,000 in the United States. That is the base entry point, with options and Ferrari options lists are notoriously deep, and fully loaded examples are already being quoted closer to $20,000. Ferrari's personalization program, tailor-made, is available on the Dino from day one, meaning wealthy buyers can essentially build a completely one-of-a-kind vehicle straight from the factory. Now, before you say that price is outrageous, consider this. The Purosangue starts around $390,000, and Ferrari had a waiting list that stretched years. The demand for a Ferrari SUV among high-net-worth buyers in the United States is enormous, and the Dino, with its emotional nameplate and its performance credentials, is going to attract a completely different type of buyer than the Purosangue does. Speaking of availability, Ferrari is keeping production intentionally limited. They have confirmed a global production cap of 2,500 units per year. For the United States specifically, Ferrari North America is expected to receive somewhere between 600 and 800 units annually. That means if you are not already talking to a Ferrari dealer, you are already behind. Allocations are being distributed to existing Ferrari clients first, people with purchase history with the brand. Walk-in buyers will be waiting a very long time. Deliveries in the US are scheduled to begin in the third quarter of 2027. Now here's the bigger picture, and this is what I really want you to think about. Ferrari bringing back the Dino name is not just a product decision, it is a statement. It says that Ferrari believes the future of ultra-luxury performance is wider than the racetrack. It says that Ferrari is willing to evolve emotionally, not just technically, and it says that the most sacred
names in automotive history don't have to stay
locked in the past. They can be carried forward with intention and with respect. The original Dino was Enzo's tribute to his son. The 2027 Dino is Ferrari's tribute to its own legacy, and if the execution matches the promise, this could genuinely be the most important Ferrari built in the last 20 years. That is the 2027 Ferrari Dino 246 GT SUV. Drop your thoughts in the comments right now. Would you buy one? And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? We'll see you in the next one.